Number 4, we have a ladder that's 18 feet long. It's leaning against a building. They tell us it forms a right triangle. Here's our right triangle in the picture. And if the ladder is placed a certain feet from the building, we have to find out how high it is. So let's label our picture. They said the ladder's 18 feet, so this is 18 feet here. And then they tell us that it's going to be placed 4 feet from the building. So the horizontal would be 4 feet. We need to figure out how high it would be, so I'm going to name that x. So if you want to redraw your right triangle here, right now we have the hypotenuse, 18. One of the legs is 4, and we need to figure out x. Well, if I know two sides of a right triangle, I can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the third side. So a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared is the Pythagorean theorem. If you square both the legs of a right triangle, it's equal to the hypotenuse squared. So if we look at our picture, the hypotenuse is 18, so that should be c. And then it doesn't matter what you choose for a and b because you're squaring them and adding them anyway. So I'm going to choose 4 for a, b will be x. So if I plug this in, it would be 4 squared plus x squared equals 18 squared. So 4 squared is 16 plus x squared, and 18 squared is 324. From here, I need to isolate the x squared, so I need to subtract 16 from both sides. So on the left side, I'm left with x squared, and on the right side, I have 308. One more step in order to isolate the x. To undo squaring something, you take the square root. So we're going to be rounding to the nearest tenth here. If I take the square root of 306, I get 17.5 feet. And how do I know that makes sense? Well, 17.5 feet is less than the hypotenuse. One of the legs, or both legs, sorry, have to be less than the hypotenuse. So that answer does make sense in this picture.